My brother's living room was trembling with balloons and cheap laughter when she pressed the ultrasound into my hand. "Such a beautiful baby girl, isn't she?" she said too proudly, too quickly. The paper was warm from her fingers. My blood went cold the moment I saw the image, because that, whatever it was not a child. My throat tightened. The music warped into a dull hum. I found my brother across the room, smiling like a man who believed the world still loved him. I pulled him aside. "We need to talk right now." And in that moment, standing between a cake dyed pink and an exploding confetti cannon, I felt the ground shift beneath us. Felt the truth clawing its way up, demanding to be spoken. But I didn't speak it. Not yet, because the real story didn't start at the party. It started much earlier, back when I still mistook politeness for innocence. I met Claire the day my brother introduced her as the one. She had that calculated softness, every smile a little too practiced, every compliment a little too neat. But my brother's eyes shone for the first time in years, so I buried my instincts and called it charm. At Sunday dinners, she'd insist on helping with dishes, humming like she belonged. She'd ask me about radiology, about cases, about how well pregnancy scans could really detect abnormalities that I should have noticed then what she was fishing for. But betrayal rarely arrives dressed as a threat. It arrives as family. It started with inconsistencies, a date that didn't align, a measurement too polished, a narrative too rehearsed. Then came the day she asked me too casually whether I could pretty up an ultrasound for a surprise announcement. She laughed it off, blaming vanity. It told her hospitals don't edit reality. Her smile faltered just for a second, just enough to expose the fracture. The real break came 3 weeks later when me brother asked if I'd stored any scans off their baby in the system because Claire said I'd offered. I hadn't. Something inside me went still. So I observed. I listened. I let her speak freely around me, believing I was harmless. That's when the pattern revealed itself. Every pregnancy photo she posted was the same image cropped differently. Every appointment she went to alone produced no medical record. Every explanation contradicted the last. Pieces sharpened, aligning like blades, and when she finally thrust that ultrasound at the party, the truth screamed through the ink. Not a fetus, not tissue, not even something that could be mistaken by accident. A digitally altered composite rendering pieced together from open-source medical references. A lie printed on glossy paper. I didn't confront her. I didn't expose her in front of the crowd. People who thrive on deception also thrive on codes. They want you emotional, sloppy loud. So I chose silence. Silence is Harper. I spent the next 72 hours gathering everything. Metadata, timestamps, raw file traces, edits she didn't have the skill to erase. The kind-off evidence that leaves no room for denial. Then I checked my brother's finances. She'd already added herself to his accounts, already applied for maternal assistance reimbursements, already positioned herself to collect sympathy and money off a child that didn't exist. Not a con of emotion, a con of economics. And that's when I began crafting her collapse. Step 1. Emit with a lawyer quietly, strategically. Step 2. I contacted the clinic she claimed to attend, politely requesting verification. They had never heard of her. Step 3. I compiled entire digital trails she'd accidentally left behind, editing software watermarks, inconsistent gestational measurements, AI signatures embedded in the pixels. Step 4 was the hardest, telling my brother. His silence cracked something in the room. Then Hugh whispered, "Show me everything." So it did. I watched his heartbreak harden into resolve. He didn't confront Claire immediately. He let her continue her performance for 3 more days, just long enough for the paperwork to be filed, the accounts to be frozen, the legal protections to lock in place. Then came the confrontation. She walked into the kitchen expecting breakfast. She found us instead. My brother slid the folder across the table. I didn't speak that I didn't need to. Watching realization spread across her face. Slow, choking, cornered. Felt like exhaling after months underwater. "You faked a pregnancy," my brother said. His voice had trembled. Then tried to scam us both. Her excuses collapsed before they formed. Every lie she'd ever crafted unraveled in front of her. And when she asked me why I was there, why I looked so calm, I simply said, "You handed meth proof yourself." The silence that followed was the most honest sound she ever made. She's gone now, legally, financially, socially undone. My brother is rebuilding slowly, carefully. And me, I've learned something. Revenge isn't fire. It's ice. Precise, patient, clean. People think justice arrives and sirens are shouting. But sometimes it arrives quietly in a crowded living room, at a gender reveal party, with a smiling woman handing me an ultrasound she never should have shown a radiologist. And the moment I saw it, I knew exactly how her story would end.